have a very clear mission in this green bike tour. So we want to show and tell you about the cities who fight climate change and in the progress to become more livable. We also want to inspire and discuss how we individually can change our lives and be more sustainable every day. As I mentioned earlier, that we are based in Copenhagen. That's how we started, but later we also started in Malmo, and now just in 2020, we're in Berlin as well. You can imagine that 25 million more rupees is now being invested on this infrastructure of biking. They've expanded the existing 600 kilometers of bike paths, which is a lot. Green cyclist lanes help to improve safety with the visibility, of course. 100 kilometers of bike lanes are connecting the city center to the suburbs, which will be completed by 2022 next year. Let's see, they're very motivated, but so are we.
That's very good.
Yes, absolutely. Moving on. So this street is one of the examples of improving the bike infrastructure while making it more difficult to drive a car in Berlin. This road was converted into a Strasse, a bicycle street, in 2008. These streets are streets that no longer open for car traffic. So basically the cars you see right now in the streets are only of the people owning an apartment there. Moving on to back to the route and towards our final stop, we can see this this flat area. I can show you this video. So can you guys maybe guess this area?
Must be an airport, a former airport.
Something like that, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So welcome to the former Tempelhof Airport. Yes, you just biked on the runway right now with me, and don't worry, it is not illegal to bike over here, neither it is dangerous. In 1920s, the Tempelhof field was used as an airport, as you mentioned, but before then it was used for the military parades, and it was very popular picnic spot for the locals on the weekend. Next, yes. So this is a full view of this wonderful airport, and you can see the airport was closed in 2008, and the city planned to build on this site. But due to the initiatives of the citizens of Berlin, there was a referendum which was held, and the construction on this airport was stopped. So, and this is the level of ownership and commitment that the locals have for their city, and the respect that the government gives to the citizens, because they really wanted this as a park and no construction. Although I'm sure you've heard that Berlin really needs accommodation right now. There are people who are really struggling with finding rooms and housing, but still to restore this green area, they just passed a referendum and the government approved it, and now it's a beautiful, beautiful place. Yes, so behind the group of this picture, you can see a special zone for the urban gardening. I mentioned it earlier, for the residents of the adjacent neighborhood in Tempelhof. And trust me, it is truly a unique place because there's so many urban gardens and so many people who are really taking care of their small pots. And on the Tempelhof field, you can find 2 locations for urban gardens. They are a part of many urban gardening projects in Berlin. From the community of the neighborhood, with the goal to form intercultural relationship between the locals and the refugees, while being a source of food production inside the cities. And I mentioned refugees very specifically because this place actually has been used for the refugees, the building itself. With this image, I will end my virtual tour here. Thank you so much for being with me today on this virtual tour. I really hope you enjoyed it. and you're eager to see all these places in person.